Good morning students. In the previous class we saw about the struggles for equality in civics. Now we are going to see about the making of regional cultures. Making of regional culture in history. Regional cultures in history. In this we are going to study about the evolution of regional languages, then traditions and art forms of India. In this lesson we are going to study about the various factors responsible for the development of regional cultures and also the analyze how cultures evolved in different forms in various regions. In this, first we are going to see about the language of the people. First, one of the distinguishing features associated with the region is the language spoken by that regional people. Then, here in 9th century, Chera kingdom of 9th century, Chera kingdom of Mahodayapuram it belongs to the Chera kingdom, is a part of Kerala. People in this region spoken Malayalam. In this region spoken Malayalam. And here, but all the books were written in the Sanskrit. The Chera rulers used Malayalam in these inscriptions, and this one is the earliest instances of the regional language being used for the official text, that is Sanskrit, giving into the same position power and respect. They give power and respect for Sanskrit. Here, Chera was strongly influenced by Sanskrit traditions and literary works in Malayalam, and it was written in 12th century, directly derived from the Sanskrit. Then, in 14th century, text on grammar and poetics, that is Lalita Lakam. Leela Tilagam. In 14th century, it is the text for grammar and poetics. That it is known as Lalita Tilagam. That is Leela Tilagam. And it is used to have been written in Mani Pravalam, that is, which is a mixture of ancient Malayalam and Sanskrit, and it is written in Mani Pravalam. And it is the language in the mixture of Malayalam and Sanskrit. Manipravalam literally translates the diamonds and corals where the germs refer to both the languages. Manipravalam means it is the translation of literary translates to diamonds and corals. Then here also art forms developed during the Chera period and which is based on the stories that is derived in the form of Sanskrit. And for example, such a temple theatre of Kerala which can be traced to this period. Here first Mahodayapuram is the part of Kerala and it was ruled by Chera kingdom and their people spoke that is Malayalam and they are very interested and they give the power and respect to the Sanskrit. In 14th century there is a text for grammar and poetics that is known as Leela Tilagam and it is written in Manipravalam. Manipravalam is the mixture of two languages that is Malayalam and Sanskrit. Next, religious tradition. This is language tradition. Next we are going to see about the religious tradition. Under the influence of religious traditions which were supported by the regional rurals, that it was supported by the king of that region. Example of Jagannatha culture, that is it is in Puri and it in Orissa. Now it is also known as Odisha. Then the tradition of carving a wooden idol of the deity is made up of wood and by the local tribes and it is look like a local tribes, indicated the deity was originally a local god. Here first one Puri Jagannatha culture. It is in Puri in Orissa. Here the tradition of carving a wooden deity wooden idol of the deity and it was originally a local god. It was looked like as a local god. Then the deity came to be identified with Vishnu, that is the Jagannatha Puri temple in Orissa is identified with the deity of Vishnu. In 12th century, a king Anantavarman of Ganga dynasty constructed the temple of Purushottama Jagannatha in Puri. 12th century. King Anantavarman of Ganga dynasty constructed a temple for Purushottama Jagannatha in Puri. Next, in 1230, that is in 1230, another king, that is Angabhima III, dedicated his kingdom to Lord Jagannatha and appointed himself as the deputy of the deity. Then, as a result, Puri temple became an important center of pilgrimage and enhanced its social and political status to the authority in the region. Then this led to the invaders of Orissa such as Mughals and Marathas and also East Indian Company. English East Indian Company made invaders in the Orissa because for this temple, because for this pilgrimage. Next, here religious traditions, that is Jagannatha culture, that is it is in Puri in Orissa, and it denotes the deity of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Then here the deity is made up of carving wooden idol of that deity, and it looks like a local people. It looks like a local god. It was originally as a local god. Then in 12th century, Anantavarman of Ganga dynasty also construct a temple, that is Purushottama Jagannatha in Puri. After that, another king, that is Angabhima III, dedicated his kingdom to Lord Jagannatha and appointed himself as the deputy of the deity. As a result, Puri temple became very famous pilgrimage, and after that the invaders like Mughals and English East Indian Company and Marathas led invaders against the Puri and seized control of the temple so as to win the acceptance of the local people. Now we are going to see about the ideals and values. Ideals and values. Here, Rajasthan is widely associated with the valor and tradition of Rajputs. Here, in fact, during the 19th century, British termed region, that is under the most present, it is known as Rajasthan, and before it was called Rajputnas, and it is the home to only Rajputs. Rajputna is only the home to the people of Rajput, and presently numerous communities reside in Rajasthan. Then other than Rajputs peoples also lived in this region, Rajasthan. Rajput rulers who ruled most of the present day Rajasthan from 8th century are known for their heroic deeds and valor. Then these rulers choose to die fighting for their honor rather than surrender in the battlefield. Then there is close connection between the culture, traditional and heroic deeds of Rajput rulers. To keep legend of the Rajput hero is alive, poem and songs were composed narrating stories for their bravery, loyalty, friendship, love and valor. This composition were recited by minstrels. Minstrels, that it is and recited composition of stories, composition about bravery, loyalty, friendship, love and valor of the people. This is known as minstrels, and they attract ordinary people and inspire them. The Rajput women were also well known for their valor and featured prominently in these stories. It is said to the Rajput women committed sati, an act of self-immolation. Rajput women committed sati. Here the sati means it is nothing but the pyres, funeral pyres of their husbands. This practice was later abolished. Rajput women were also well known for their bravery and also their valor, and prominently the stories, and it is said that Rajput women committed sati and or the act of self-immolation on the funeral pyres of their husbands, and later this system was abolished. Next we are going to see about the how did the traditional art forms evolved and spread. Traditional art forms evolved and spread. Dance form and Kathak. In dance form and Kathak. Dance is the another form of recording the past. Here different dances forms can be found in the different regions. One of the most is Kathak, and it is derived from the word Katha, meaning story. Kathak is derived from the word Katha, which means story. Here, thus Kathak is a dance form that narrates a story. It was performed only in temples of North Indian. By a group of storytellers called Kathaks. Kathak is derived from the word Katha, which means a story, and it was done in the temples of North India, and it is also known as Kathaks. Then they combine gestures with song in their performance. During 15th and 16th centuries, the Bhakti movement used Kathak. 15th and 16th century, Bhakti movement used Kathak. Bhakti movement used Kathak to narrate religious stories of Krishna and Radha in folk plays. Religious stories like Krishna and Radha. In folk plays called Rasa Leela. During Mughal rule, Kathak became more popular and was performed to entertain kings and nawabs. Gradually, it evolved into a dance form with a distinct style marked by the enactment of stories through intricate footwork and elaborate costumes. Then later, this form of dance became popular in many regions in the courts of Rajasthan and also Lucknow as two different traditions or Gharanas. Jaipur and Lucknow Gharanas respectively. It became very popular during the rule of last Nawab of Awad Wajid Ali Shah. By the late 19th century, Kathak spread to Punjab. In 19th century, Kathak spread to Punjab. Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. Paintings and miniatures. After that, we are going to see about the painting and miniatures. Painting is the another great way to record history. In India, a unique style of painting called miniatures. Miniatures, unique style of painting called miniatures. Miniatures means a small size, paintings of small size, paintings of small size made of cloth or paper using watercolors. And it is originally made in the palm leaves. Made in the palm leaves or wood. Here miniatures. Miniatures means paintings of small size made of cloth and small size made of cloth or wood or paper using watercolors, and here and it is done in the palm leaves or small size wood. Then highly skilled painters of miniatures received the patronage of Mughal emperors such as Akbar used this type of painting, then Jahangir and Shah Jahan. These painters mainly illustrated manuscripts. They painted historical events and accounts of day-to-day life. Some of these accounts included in the scenes from the court, battle, hunting, and even in the social life. Then after the decline of Mughal Empire, many painters migrated to the regional states of the Deccan and the Rajput courts of Rajasthan. They migrate, this type of painters migrates to Rajasthan and also the Deccan, states of the Deccan, Rajasthan and states of the Deccan. Deccan region and Rajasthan miniature painting also spread to hilly areas of Himachal Pradesh also. And late 17th century, painters of Himachal Pradesh developed a vibrant style of miniature painting called Basohi. Basoli, that is a latest type of vibrant style of miniature painting. Vibrant style of miniature painting called Basoli. And the most popular text painted here was Banu Datta's Rasamanjari. Banu Datta's Rajamanjari. After Nadir Shah's invasion of Delhi in 1739, the Mughal artists found patrons in the hills where they founded the Gangra school of painting. In mid of 18th century, this artist introduced a new style influenced miniature painting that they used themes of Vaishnavite tradition. 18th century they used to paint as the base of Vaishnavite traditions, and they depicted the legend of Radha and Krishna in soft colors using cool blues and greens. They used to paint Krishna and Radha in the colors of soft colors, that is cool blues and greens. And during the time, even ordinary people made paintings in their homes on objects such as pots. Then artworks perished. After that, artwork perished, and unlike the miniatures which were preserved by the royal families for a long time. Thank you, students. Now in this class we have seen about the religious traditions and also the languages, how the languages spread, and also the idols and values of the people, religious traditions. And next class we are going to see about the Bengali traditions, culture, and also their language and development of the style of architecture about the Bengalis. Thank you, students.